Hi, Deepa Rani Shekhar from Transform Life Programs. Love and light. Friends, what is common sense to you? It is the most important sense for all of us at all points of time. Before, after, and in the now, without which we will be leading a disastrous life. So let me give you an example. There was a father and son duo who went out camping. They had fun, they did fishing, they roamed around and a lot of stuff, and then pitched their tents to sleep in the night. After some time, probably in the middle of the night, the father woke up and nudged his son and asked him to look up. Son, what do you see? He asked. The son looked up and said, Father, I see the beauty of the stars, the moon shining resplendently on us. And he went on talking about the galaxy and all that. So what does this mean? Whatever you're looking at, what does this mean? The son said, I think the constellation is moving and this will change the predictions of astrologers. Astronomers will have to think of a different orbit for the spaceship. The satellites will be changing orbit and all that stuff, he said, covering a couple of things. So what do you think is the right answer, friends? Which one did the father hook on to? Is it the astrologers, astronomers, or the satellites, the spaceships? What was that the father said? Take a wild guess. You know what? The father said, you are such a fool, my son. Why did the father say the son was a fool? Because the son was intelligent but lacked common sense. How? The son asked him, Father, why do you call me a fool? And the father said, because you are seeing the constellation, the movement, the astrology and astronomy and all that. What you fail to see, the basic flat line here is, you're able to see all that because someone stole our tent. So friends, what is our education doling out to us, our children? Okay? Let us just take a journey back to our school and schooling. How much importance is given to handwriting? Cursive writing, write and rewrite and write. And today, when I was a kid, we had the campaign of literacy. Okay? Literacy. Yeah, people probably became literate, but that doesn't mean they became educated. There's a difference between the two. So they just could sign their name. Today, though many of us are educated, most of us have gone back to kind of illiteracy. Using the biometric, we don't even sign. Most of it is digital cash. We don't even sign checks. We transfer amount, digital India. No offense meant, the world is going digital, global digitalization. Fine. Then why the hell did we focus so much on handwriting? Now it is only mails. Not many people write letters. And you can always take a printout of whatever you have to write as a letter, even if you need a hard copy. Then why so much focus on the handwriting? Okay. Forget the simple calculations. The least common denominator. Okay. And trigonometry. You will know if you have studied it. I studied it, but I didn't understand it then. I don't understand it now. Okay, that's the fact. So tell me one place it has helped you. Maybe it helps researchers who go into pure science. Okay. How many of you who go into technology, engineers, use trigonometry in whatever you do? I don't think it is used anywhere. But how much of thousands did we spend on the tuitions to learn trigonometry? Oh yeah, it still gives me the creeps. So whatever we learned, are we using it in our everyday life? No, we are not. In fact, the industry makes the graduates unlearn and relearn, making them industry efficient. Why aren't we delivering what is industry efficient? Where have we made our academic system defunct? We study about all the wars. In history, we study about the number of wars, the number of invasions. Again, friends, it's all an interesting point of view written by some author. We don't even know the authenticity of certain things, right? And what do we do learning about all these wars? How is it going to add value to you as a person? Instead, should the schools not be including the law of attraction as a subject? Reintroduce the moral education as a subject, where we got to empower people as better human beings who become contributive to mankind, to be more positive. Is there any one subject like that? Where are we lagging? Why is this not taken up? And every academic school is concentrating, most of it at least, concentrating on empowering the student on where he has a weakness or she has a weakness, strengthening the weakness of the student. Instead, why can't we let the weakness go and strengthen the strengths of the student? Now, let us apply the same scenario to what's happening today. Okay, what is that we are missing here? What is that we are missing here? Right? If I have to tell you a bit about my own journey, just 10 years ago, a decade ago, I used to have a fall almost every week from my vehicle. I used to have a fracture, a sprain, a ligament tear all over my body. By the time one healed, I would have one more. And I had all kinds of illnesses, surgeries, and whatnot. I was wondering, why is this happening to me? Because I was not waking up to my calling. What was my calling? My calling was healing. Modalities of healing. This was my higher calling. The day I woke up to this, I have not had one illness, not one surgery, not one fall. And life has become a string of miracles. So now bringing back our focus again to what's happening today in the world. What is the universe wanting us to learn? What is the higher call that we got to listen to? How many of you out there are great healers, have great potency, and you're not waking up to it? The day all of the people, all of them with higher consciousness, wake up to your potency, I think no pandemic, nothing can ever frighten us the way it is doing so. So can you give it a thought and see what is your higher calling? What is your spiritual connect? Reconnect there, and from your spiritual space, ask for healing sunlight, health and happiness, joy and ease for the universe, for humankind, for all of us, for all the creatures in the universe. How does it sound? A healthy and happy world. It sounds beautiful. It sounds so lovely. Thank you for joining me. Think about what I've said and leave a comment as a feedback. Deepa Rani Shekhar from Transform Life Programs. Love and light.